Unite, activism to end violence against women and girls. It is year 2022's theme for the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which run from the 25th of November to the 10th of December annually. We say no to all forms of gender-based violence. It is time for Crime Watch. I'm Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. The National Development Strategy, NDS1, points at agriculture as one of the key sectors poised at making Vision 2030 of an upper middle-income economy a reality. It is, however, disturbing that some farmers who benefit from the Presidential Input Program, PIP, choose to retard this progress, resorting to commit crime by selling these agricultural inputs for monetary gain. The police recently released a joint statement with the Grain Marketing Board, issuing a stern warning to such people.
We are aware that these inputs are being sold mostly in Mbare, Highfield, and other places in Harare and Blawa. We arrested Christine Tunde, aged 47, Faith Nuve, aged 50, and Rita Mate, aged 48, after they were found in possession of 88 by 50 kgs of compound fertilizer, which they were in the process of taking from Parliamentary to Harare. We also arrested Tawonga Chukune, aged 18, Maizvei Temba, aged 33, and Maizvei Gariakumwe, aged 43, in connection with the 35 by 50 kgs of compound fertilizer made for command agriculture, which they were in the process of selling. We have also arrested Charlotte Dumani, 42, at the intersection of Parliamentary and Kingsway Road. She was in possession of 30 by 50 kgs of compound fertilizer, and then 34 by 50 kgs of ammonia nitrate fertilizer, which were destined for Mbare. So we reiterate, no one will be spared. This includes the transporters, even the farmers themselves, who are benefiting under these free inputs from the Presidential Input Scheme, and then they take advantage to sell these inputs for smaller amounts of money. We also urge farmers and the community leadership to ensure that the smooth flow of this Presidential Inputs Program is not disturbed. We are going to have teams from the Zimbabwe Public Police, from the GMB, and also officials from the relevant ministry to ensure that inputs are used for the intended purposes.
When a transporter transports inputs to a ward, they raise an invoice to GMB for payment. We've had instances where transporters and some local leadership requesting farmers to pay for the inputs. That is not correct. And I've got here a report from the police that some transporters or individuals have been arrested because they were carrying fertilizers and seed which they bought and were meant to go to some lucrative market for sale. These inputs are being given to farmers to produce a crop and not for them to sell. If you don't have a piece of land or you have no use for the inputs, please don't receive the inputs. We are going to have roadblocks. We are working very, very closely with the law enforcement agents, and we will issue movement permits for the movement of inputs. If a truck is seen without the relevant documents, then the fertilizer is going to be impounded.
Let us be law-abiding citizens, promoting national food security by using agricultural inputs for their intended purpose. Be warned against this malpractice. You will be arrested. Moving on, the Zimbabwe Republic Police is encouraged by the relations it continues to enjoy with members of the public around the country. Recently, Tongat Hewlett constructed a state-of-the-art office block for ZRP Chiredzi district. Crime Watch attended the handover ceremony where Assistant Commissioner Administration, ZRP Mashingo Province, Assistant Commissioner Shelton Dube, received the donation on behalf of the Commissioner General of Police.
Contemporary policing in the world over requires adequate funding. Therefore, police officers need to have modern tools of the trade and resources at their disposal if they are to outmaneuver criminal prosperity and sophistry. Modern policing also demands that the police, together with all citizens, business community, civil society, traditional and religious leaders and other stakeholders join hands together in the fight against crime. Today we are gathered here to witness the success story of the partnership between the police, Tongat Hewlett, Zimbabwe and the Chiredzi community. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to Tongat Hewlett and the community of Chiredzi at large for this gesture of fraternal solidarity. I therefore appeal to members of the Zimbabwe Republic Police to reciprocate this gesture by putting extra effort in creating a crime-free environment in Chiredzi and beyond the district's borders.
This partnership gives us great fulfillment as we live one of our key values, which is we care and we do our best. Indeed, the reason why we are gathered here today is to fulfill this value we cherish so much as a company. The construction of the 12-roomed office block that we now see on this premises was under the public-private partnership model between the ZRP and THZ. The ZRP has continued to support us over the years with regards to illegal abstraction of water, increase in theft of copper cables, and commercial sugarcane theft. Tongat Hewlett continues to partner with the ZRP on projects with a development focus and remains committed to being the ZRP's anchor partner.
The wonderful building here also logically requires excellent furniture, excellent technological gadgets. The crime-free district will also enable investors to come and invest their hard-earned monies within the district. The take home here is, how much are we committed besides what we've come and gathered here for in terms of further assisting the police?
This past week, Crime Watch visited the new Parliament building in Mount Habdan. Find out what transpired. It is the opening of the 5th and last session of the 9th Parliament, the first of its kind happening at the new Parliament building in Mount Habdan. Of course, Crime Watch attended this very important event. As usual, the ZRP mounted escorts unit paraded this event and they were inspected by His Excellency, the President, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. At the ZRP mounted escorts unit, the President was received by the Commissioner General of Police, Tandabantu Godwin Matanga, who led him through the inspection of the parade. A total of 32 police officers, comprising 4 officers and 28 members, were part of the ZRP mounted escorts unit that attended this very important occasion. The Zimbabwe Republic Police was joined by other arms of government at the new Parliament building, including the Presidential Guard, who formed up as the Guard of Honor. The next time you see a police officer riding a horse, know that he or she is charged with the duties to make sure that Zimbabwe is a crime-free nation. From that story, do not move an inch. Join us in the second segment. Welcome back. We're now in the second segment of Crime Watch. The Zimbabwe Republic Police has been applauded for the sterling work that they are doing around the country. These encouraging words were delivered by Chief of Staff Global BP Solutions, Mr. Tonderai Nyakuwa, when the company donated a grinding mill to the Police Welfare Fund.
The grinding mill that you see here is a bold gesture and statement of our deepest appreciation of the sterling work that the police force is doing in our communities. For business to thrive, internal peace must be preserved. Lives and properties must be secured. Thanks to our police force, Zimbabwe is one of the most peaceful countries in the continent. In the face of unprecedented challenges and criticism, our force has continued to unflinchingly execute their mandates. The Commissioner General's Welfare Fund was created so that your chaplaincy department can administer toward the widows and orphans. We are aware that the recent COVID-19 disruptions heavily impacted this fund as all fundraising activities were brought to a halt.
The Chief Staff Officer, Human Resources in the Zimbabwe Republic Police, Commissioner Erasmus Makodza, attended the event on behalf of the police.
DP Global Solutions Zimbabwe are not just partners to the welfare funds, but they've become such an active player that words alone may not do justice in acknowledging their generosity. It is through such noble gestures that the welfare fund has been able to take care of orphans, of both the departed members of the Zimbabwe Republic Police and other disadvantaged members of the society who are also under the ambit of the welfare fund. Indeed, what our benefactors have done today is beyond just giving food to the welfare fund, but have empowered it through provision of means for income generating and elevated its capacity to take care of many other needs for the disadvantaged.
The ZRP is carrying out investigations in connection with 4 bodies which were found near the 174-kilometer peg along the Harare-Nyamapanda Road on the 22nd of November 2022. Investigations so far have established that the 4 male adults are suspected foreigners who were being trafficked to another country. It is suspected that the 4 suffocated while in a container that they were traveling in before their bodies were dumped at the place where they were found. The Zimbabwe Republic Police has engaged Interpol for further investigations in terms of the victims' identification and for the law to take its course on possible suspects. Meanwhile, on the 21st of November 2022, detectives from CID Drugs and Narcotics Harare acted on received information and arrested Honest Shumba, aged 33, Alan Shumba, aged 37, and a foreign national by the name Stanley Eze, aged 45, at a lodge along David Morgan Crescent, Avondale, in connection with unlawful dealing in cocaine. The suspects were found in possession of 105 grams of cocaine with a street value of 5,880,000 Zimbabwean dollars. The Zimbabwe Republic Police would like to warn members of the public involved in human trafficking and smuggling of dangerous drugs from other countries that they will be arrested and the law will take its course without fear or favor. The Zimbabwe Republic Police confirms the arrest of Gift Sabata, aged 44, in connection with murder and armed robbery cases which occurred between December of 2021 and November 2022 in Bulawayo. On the 19th of November, the suspect was raided at his girlfriend's house in Cowdray Park. A Rosy revolver loaded with 5 rounds was recovered from the suspect. Further investigations led to the recovery of a Taurus revolver with 6 rounds and a Petra Beretta Gardon VT-22 at Chabalala Game Sanctuary, 4 Winds, Bulawayo. In addition, the suspect was also linked to a robbery case where 21,555 United States dollars was stolen on the 28th of May 2022 at Petra College, Selbom Park, Bulawayo. In another case of armed robbery in which 8,000 United States dollars and 120,000 South African rand was stolen at Plot 5, Rangemore, Bulawayo. On the 19th of November 2022 at around 10:00 hours, the suspect died whilst admitted at United Bulawayo hospitals after experiencing some convulsions with froth coming out of his mouth. The suspect had consumed food and diabetes medication brought by his wife, Mavis Matube, aged 27. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is appealing for information which may lead to the arrest of 2 male suspects who are being sought in connection with cases of murder, rape, and armed robbery in which motorists were mostly targeted along the Harare-Chirundi Road. In one of the cases, The suspects shot dead a man aged 33 before raping his girlfriend aged 26 and stealing a cell phone, power bank and 48 United States dollars on the 19th of November 2022 along Highlands Road, Chinhoyi. While in the other case, the suspects attacked a taxi driver before stealing $20 and 2 cell phones on the 28th of November 2022 near Champion Gwande Secondary School, Karoi. The suspects also invaded a house in Chinhoyi on the 21st of November 2022 and got away with a laptop, 5 cell phones and $320 before shooting one of the complainants thrice on the knee. Anyone with information that may help in locating these suspects should contact any nearest police establishment. This week, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe was in the city of Kings and Queens for the World Day of Remembrance for road traffic accident victims.
We commemorate the very important day as a high-profile global event to remember the many millions who have been maimed, killed, and seriously injured on the world's roads. The day also captures our deep sense of loss and, of course, solidarity with the affected victims. The day is also meant to create awareness on the carnage of road traffic accidents, facilitate prayers, and to extend charity to the victims of road traffic crashes. On this day, we also pay tribute to dedicated emergency crews, police, and medical professionals who deal directly with the traumatic aftermath of road crashes. It is a natural pandemic affecting primarily our vulnerable and our young, which in addition to the trauma of injury and bereavement is also a devastating economic impact for countries, communities, and families. Most recently, in the month of October, we experienced a tragic crash in Manicaland province, which involved a team of school bus, which was ferrying high school students and members of staff for a school trip in Uganda. We lost a total of 6 students and a teacher. This crash occurred after another accident in the same province during the Easter holidays, which claimed 37 lives of Zion Christian Church members, ZCC. It is with great sorrow that we pass our condolences to the families of the deceased.
Zimbabwe has joined the world in commemorating the World Accident Victims Remembrance Day. Basically, this is a day that the world has decided under the United Nations auspices to think of colleagues who have either died or survived accidents, but perhaps with injuries. If you read the statistics worldwide, 94% of the accidents are attributed to human error. Let's observe the basic rules of driving. Let's not drink and drive. Let's make sure that the braking system is fully functional. We have to make sure that the wipers are in good condition because the rainy season is upon us. Let's not overload our vehicles. The fact that the vehicle was designed to seat so many people is not by accident. It's scientific. So let's respect the number of persons that have to be in a particular vehicle. Let's avoid overspeeding.
The ZRP joins the rest of the world in remembering all those who got injured or died as a result of road traffic accidents. From that story, we're taking a short break. Join us in the third and final segment. It is the third segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. Many people are being incarcerated as a result of crimes of passion, which could be avoided if parties involved could seek professional guidance to solve differences amicably. Marondera Police is investigating one such case where Love Momashiri, aged 44, fatally assaulted his ex-wife Spiwe Muzanu, aged 41, after he found her with her lover.
Love Momashiri, a male adult aged 44 years of Lower Paradise, was arrested for the murder of his ex-wife, Spiwe Musanu, a female adult aged 41 years. The parties had a long-standing dispute which resulted in their separation. The accused followed up, struck her severely on the head with a log, and she succumbed to those injuries.
Yambiro yandoda undipe kune vagaya vanhu vanenge vakaroorana kana muchinge matadza kuwirirana mudzimba tsvagayiwa nekuyananisai wokugadzisai vakuru vemachechi vakuru vemunzvimbo.
Police is looking for information that may help in locating immediate family members of a boy and a girl approximately 13 and 15 years respectively who were found gallivanting in Pindura's central business district and are suspected to be victims of human trafficking. The victims' origin and nationality is currently unknown. They are suspected to be psychiatric patients who are deaf and dumb. Investigations conducted by the police so far has established that the victims were ferried by a truck while in the company of an unknown woman whose body structure is said to be heavily built. Should you have information that may help in locating this woman and helping these stranded children, please visit or contact any nearest police establishment. We now move on to people who are on the police wanted list. Chinoi Rural Police is looking for Edward Mashingaidze of Chipfuvamiti Village, Chief Magonde Chinoi, for a murder case. In the same case, Chinoi Rural is also looking for Tatenda Chikudo of Chipfuvamiti Village, Chief Magonde Chinoi, for murder. Moving to Mashingo Province, Muchakata Police is looking for Hepson Magura, aged 40, of Farm 12, Mushawasha Central, Chief Shumba, Mashingo, for stock theft. Should you have information that may help in locating any of these wanted people, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. Alternatively, you can link with us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zetrap.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zetrap.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @Police Zimbabwe or Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed any of our previous episodes, feel free to visit our YouTube channel Zimbabwe Republic Police. It is 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. If you have been one of the perpetrators of gender-based violence in any form, this is the time for behavior change. We say no to any form of violence. This marks the end of this week's episode from I, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and the crew behind the scenes. Stay blessed.